Well, hello and welcome back to the House of Valentina. I'm Valentina and I am so excited about today's video because we're doing a little bit of shopping and a little bit of perusing. I've been checking out all the new in items at CB2 and you guys are going to be thrilled. You're gonna freak out like I am about all these new in pieces. They've got some gorgeous stuff and I cannot wait to share it with you. You're gonna love each of these pieces. We have everything ranging from furniture to accessories, candles, a little bit of everything. So it's gonna be a lot of fun and I hope you'll also get a ton of inspiration out of this as well. There's a bunch I have to share with you. So don't forget to hit subscribe. We're gonna have more videos like this coming up and yeah, let's jump in. Okay, I'm gonna put it on my face. Okay, CB2 is one of my favorite places to go for contemporary pieces, something that's just a little bit different. They really ride that line between trendy and just timeless pieces. And I tend to look for the pieces at CB2 that are more timeless and a lot more classic. And I feel like they just kind of have it all. There's just something special and different about the pieces that they have there. And that's why for me as a designer, I go there all the time for my clients and I always find something absolutely amazing. I absolutely love it. And so I want to share with you a few of these new in pieces. This video was spurred by the fact that I opened the website and lo and behold, there is this absolutely beautiful image that I was just like, I was like, Jack, come and look at this. You're not gonna believe this room. It's so beautiful. I was just completely and utterly blown away by it. And then I found myself like pulling each of the pieces apart and looking at really what they did. So besides the fact that the room is in just the warmest white, just almost kind of creamy off-white color, which really just makes that whole space just look absolutely amazing. It's also packed with some really great styling tips and some great pieces. So let's start talking about those. So first up, let's talk about the plinth armless sofa. Is that not just absolutely gorgeous? It is made with the black boucle. This one actually comes in black and it also comes in white. It's made with poly, wool, and acrylic blend. And in that boucle material, it's just super, super durable. It's really elegant. And it is actually the length of a full-length sofa. So this can actually go in the spot that you would put a regular sofa. Now it's 79 inches, so if you need something longer, you might want to take a peek at that. But that 79-inch is really good. It'll fit mostly in most small apartments, but you can also use it in a big living room as well. I own chairs with that black boucle, and I can tell you that chair is almost indestructible. It's amazing. We sit on it all the time. It's absolutely gorgeous. My chairs have been discontinued, unfortunately, but it is the same fabric and I know it's just an amazing fabric. I also love the fact that it's armless, which means it's less intrusive into the room. The shape is really classic. Even though it does feel like it's of the moment, it still is really, really classic. It has that sort of timelessness and yet that feeling that it's current, it's just the perfect combination. It's also made of a foam and polyfiber and feather blend, which means it's gonna be super, super comfy. That style also comes in chairs. So if you wanted to take the living room and do a matching set, you could do the sofa and the two chairs, or you could take the sofa and mix it up the way they did with a completely different chair. It really is fun to play around with it and see which style is really gonna be yours. Next up, we have the Passat marble coffee table. I seriously was measuring that thing out. I want that for my own house so bad. I just absolutely love this piece. First of all, it's just beautiful. It's so sculptural. It's made with the Saint Laurent black marble, which has an incredible veining of colors like white. It's got coffee colors and rich, warm brown and caramel colors running through it. So it is the kind of piece that you will be able to put into almost any room. It's gonna go with white, it's gonna go with beige, it's gonna go with cream, it's gonna go with black, it's gonna go with brown. It's really one of those kinds of pieces that is gonna stand the test of time. It's just absolutely gorgeous and it's also made with that marble material, which means that every single one of these pieces is gonna be unique. I was thinking about pairing that with my own sectional in my sunroom. I think that's somewhere that I would like it. I think it can be nice to have a round table with a sectional because it just adds a lot of nice flow. You can also use this in the living room as well with a more traditional setup. Maybe you'll have a sofa and 2 chairs, or you might have 2 sofas facing each other. All of these configurations work with a table like this, and overall this table is just gonna be such an amazing statement piece and a real wow moment that's gonna really catch your eye and your guests, and it's just gonna be one of those pieces that you'll love for a lifetime and beyond. It's incredible. And just in case you don't want it in black, I mean, I know, why would you want it in any other color? If it comes in black, why would you want it in any other color? But it does come in green as well. Next up, we have the Marin rug. This rug is absolutely gorgeous. It's a hand knotted wool rug. It ranges in sizes from 5 by 8 to 10 by 14. So you're gonna have a lot of options for how to put a piece like this into your home. You'll be able to use it in an entryway. You'll be able to use it in the dining room. You could use it in the living room. I think it would also be absolutely gorgeous in an office. It comes in ivory and it also comes in black. It's hand knotted at 10 knots per square inch, so it's super durable. It's made of pure New Zealand wool, which means that you're getting that really high quality. It's also just a really minimal and neutral style, and I think that those are all really beautiful factors that create a rug that just feels good underneath your feet and also is really beautiful to look at. A rug is such an important piece in your space because it really grounds your entire design. So a rug, it's a big deal, and it's the foundational piece to building the rest of the room. So a rug is one of those easy things that you can switch out. Even if you're not buying all new furniture, simply switching out your rug can make a huge difference in your rooms. Oh, next up is the Spazio side table, and this is such a piece of art. I absolutely love when CB2 partners up with Marmalata Studio. This is a design studio that's located in Spain. I thought originally when I first looked at their pieces they were Barcelona, but I had to double check on that one. But it is a beautiful design company, and it's so much fun when CB2 partners up with companies like this because they really are artists. Marmalata Studio makes some absolutely gorgeous pieces, and they really have a knack for combining high art with everyday use. They just take the side table, for instance. It's a petite side table. It's 12 inches in diameter. It's 24 in height. This piece is gonna sit well by the sofa. It's gonna be great by a chair. You could use it as a nightstand. It's got a lot of different places that it can go. You could even use it as a little plant stand and put it in a corner. Ultimately, this piece is so usable, and yet it's also a piece of art. It's a combination of metal and marble, and it really has such a striking shape to it. I love the fact that this piece is inspired by the French industrial movement and the Cubist movement. This one also comes in white and brown marble, and it's an exquisite piece that I think you will absolutely love, and it really just gives you something special to really look at instead of just an average so-so table. This piece is definitely gonna take your side table game up, and it's really gonna create a really special moment, and it also creates a little bit of movement and interest in a place where normally we might not think so much about that side table. This will make a big impact. Next up, we have the jute wall art. This is an absolutely gorgeous piece. It's in a white finish. She has used pieces of burlap cut up and then uses a mix of that burlap with the gesso and the white paint to create a piece that has this sort of texture to it. That texture, people ask all the time how designers put texture into their spaces. This is how we do it. Why is that important? Well, because it adds a lot of depth and interest to your rooms. This is a nice big size, so it could go over your fireplace, it could go over a bed, it could go on a hallway, it can go over your desk in your office. This is a really great piece that'll really just add some interest no matter where you decide to put it. Next up, we have the Jessa rectangular ribbed vase. This piece is absolutely gorgeous. You guys know I'm kind of like a freak. If you're one of my subscribers, you know I absolutely love these ribbed vases. I loved anything that's fluted or ribbed. I love that look, and I read recently that someone said, I can't remember where I saw this, but that represented the Greek columns, and I was like, that's what it is. My family is all Greek, and I'm like, that's what it is, and that's why I'm obsessed with this, because it reminds me of the Greek columns in ancient Greece, and I'm like, there you go. I do think that those pieces are very architectural, they're very structured, but this piece also is a little bit understated. It's got a glazing on it, but it's also really raw. And when you combine those elements, it makes for just a really tactile piece that will look beautiful just sitting by itself. It'll look amazing if you want to fill it with a bouquet of flowers, or you could also just put some stems in it. This is a piece that will stay in your forever collection, and you'll be able to move it around from all different spaces, whether you want to put it in your office, you want to put it in a dining room, a side table, a nightstand, you can put it in your bathroom. The options are limitless. Next up, we have the FAVES sectional. I am in love with this piece. I really feel like this really exemplifies that classic modern look that we just love so much on this channel. And I think that this piece would be absolutely breathtaking in any room that it's gonna fit into. Of course, it is a bigger piece. It really does fill out the space. I love the wheat color that it comes in. It's also in a very durable performance velvet fabric. So those are all the really important things. Not only do you have a piece that's gonna be everlasting in its style, but also having that performance fabric means that it's also going to hold up to daily use. It's also fully customizable, so you're able to pick which pieces that you need for your space. Plus, I would totally take that piece and have a little fun adding some pillows, maybe some of the black boucle that CB2 sells, maybe a little bit of their tiger print would be absolutely gorgeous on there. I would also add one of their blankets. I definitely recommend their fur blanket, but as you go maybe into the warmer months, they've got a great selection of more throws that would be a little bit thinner, but either way, that is an absolutely stunning piece. I really think it would make your living room or maybe your media area just absolutely spectacular. Next up, we have the Larso wool rug. This piece is really spectacular. It's hand tufted. So first it's a hand loomed and then it's over tufted. It's distressed to give a softer vintage look. It really creates a very artistic, beautiful statement rug. It's made of a cotton, wool, and polyester blend, and I think it will look amazing in a living room, a bedroom, an office, or dining room. I've been daydreaming about pairing this rug with the Reed oval desk. That combination, chef's kiss. Like, I've really been thinking about it for my own. I'm obsessed with this desk. Again, it has the beautiful fluting on it. It has the ebonized oak. It's also designed by Marmalata Studio, just like that other piece before. The sides open and have a shelf inside. I personally would add the CB2 office chair with this. I've actually been looking at that myself. That one comes in a cream and a green velvet, and I think both of those are gorgeous. I personally been thinking about ordering that chair because I like the fact that it doesn't roll, but it does swivel and adjust in height. That way the floors don't get torn up. So yeah, that's the combination that I have been obsessing over, and that art and some of these accessories, oh, I want to put it all together. So what have I ordered? Okay, so I have ordered a couple things. So I'd already placed an order. I've got some items I'm going to show you here. CB2 is one of my favorite places to look for really great accessories. They have a lot of really great options, and they have a lot of new ones. So I was totally eyeing all the candle holders and the new accessories. I've actually ordered the Flounce Black Teak Bowl. When I saw that, I was like, I have to have that. I have to have that right now. So I went ahead and pre-ordered it because I want to be first on the list. I need it. I loved that curl that it has around the edges. I loved the fact that it's handcrafted by master woodworkers. I love the sculptural feel and the natural grain. I love the blackened finish. And it's also a really good size. So it's 12 by 11 by 3. So that's a really nice size. That's gonna really help me. It's a similar size to this piece that's back here. It's gonna really fill out really any space that I'm gonna wanna put it in. So whether it's gonna be on my sideboard, it could go on my coffee table, might go in my bedroom, on the nightstand, or on the dresser, you can tell. I've been daydreaming about that one. I can't wait for that to arrive. But in the meantime, let me share with you some of the pieces that I have already gotten in. Sometimes you have to wait a little longer for some of the items to arrive, and then sometimes they're in stock and this bust I ordered like a few days ago. And she literally arrived within a couple days. So there's a lot of, if they're in stock, they arrive really quickly. This is the Ava bust, and do I really need to say anything else? I mean, I did already say that I'm Greek and I have this thing with like Greek things. Well, I grew up with my grandmother having Greek statues in her home, so I have an obsession with the busts. I think they're really modern. I think they're really fun. This one's made of it's not just paper mache. It's a heavy piece and significant, and I feel a little bit naughty for holding her like that, but it's so pretty. I hope you'll forgive me. Then I have the Apophia candle. This is making my room smell so good. This has leather, cedar, and blood orange in it. It's made of soy wax and 60 hours of burn time out of this little candle. It just, my office smells amazing right now. And I love the little matte black container that it comes in. It's got a really cool logo on it. And yeah, this is definitely a favorite. I also ordered the Reeve fluted. Again, I know, fluted. It's got that same kind of design. This is their marble bowl. It's heavy, getting a nice little bicep workout there. It's a nice little heavy piece. I love that, just that ruffled little look. We've been talking about how the trends are gonna be a little bit more is more, and this is a style that I think is so modern. It's so classic, and yet it's got that sort of fluting on it that just makes it feel really delicate, and just there's just a little something extra to it, rather than just having just a plain bowl. I just think it's incredible. Look at how beautiful this is. Absolutely breathtaking. I personally think it looks amazing just sitting here by itself. I think it stands alone. You could also put something in it too, and I might do that later, but for now, it just is so sculptural. I just love it. I also have my little onyx piece. If you watched my living room tour, you've seen that I've had this on my sideboard as you come in, my little console table by the sofa. It's a really nice catch-all. Personally, I think it looks amazing just sitting by itself. It doesn't need anything to go in it, but it is nice if you've got keys, or I had it sitting by my desk for a little while because I could take my jewelry off while I'm editing video or I'm editing designs for a client. A lot of times I'll take my watches and jewelry off, and I've got a little place to corral things. It's just nice to have a little catch-all like that. And I think that the onyx is breathtaking. A lot of these pieces will end up where you might have to wait for some of them to come in. I would recommend checking them out because they have a lot of really beautiful onyx pieces at CB2, and I just love them. I want them all. There's something about the onyx. It's almost like it's translucent. I think that's what it is. It feels like it's translucent, and you can just see all the depth of color in it, and it's just absolutely spectacular. I'm dying over all of it. I hope that you are too. I will leave a link for all the items I've featured in today's video down below in the show notes if you want to shop for some items, or if you want to have some new inspiration. I highly recommend checking all of that out. And there's also a lot more items. We couldn't get to all of them. There were over 300 new items in January, so there's a lot to check out. But check out the links down below if you want to know where the specific items are from. You can also check out my LTK app because I love to do mood boards with these items, and you'll be able to pop over there and see my entire mood board, so you can also shop and see everything put together. So you might be able, so you can take that and create an entire look for your office, for your living room, bedroom. I love to do all different styles, and you'll find CB2 and lots of other brands over there as well. So pop over there. I'll leave a link down below so you can check that out as well. And then of course, we hope you'll hit subscribe because let's do some more videos like this. Wasn't it fun? I love shopping, so yeah, we'll do that some more. And I think it's really helpful to find out where some of the items are from and where we source things. I hope that's helpful for you. Let me know down in the comments if you find it helpful to know where some of these items are from that we use in our projects. But thank you again for stopping in. Cheers, you guys. I'll see you in the next one.